In the heart of Africa, a billion-dollar experiment unleashed swarms of genetically engineered mosquitoes into villages, promising to wipe out deadly malaria. But what if these buzzing invaders were a hidden threat to health, nature, and freedom? One fearless leader shattered the silence, destroying the project and igniting a global storm. Dive into the untold stories of Burkina Faso and beyond. Join our journey on Faso Histories. Like, comment, share, and subscribe to stay connected with powerful tales that shape our world. In the vibrant land of Burkina Faso, nestled in West Africa, life pulses with resilience despite the shadow of malaria, a relentless disease carried by mosquito bites that claims countless lives, especially among children and rural families. For generations, this sickness has woven itself into the fabric of daily life, striking fear and sorrow in villages where families work hard under the sun. Traditional defenses like bed nets, insect sprays, and medicines have been used bravely, but malaria persists, draining hope and health from communities already stretched thin. About a decade ago, whispers of a bold new solution emerged. Backed by powerful foreign organizations, including a foundation led by a billionaire known for tackling global health crises, they proposed releasing genetically modified mosquitoes creatures, altered in labs to fight malaria by reducing the population of disease-carrying bugs. The idea sparked hope in some, promising a high-tech shield against a stubborn enemy without relying on harmful chemicals. In 2019, the project, called Target Malaria, began small trials in places like Bana village, releasing thousands of these altered mosquitoes into the air. The science seemed promising in controlled tests, and the world watched closely, seeing it as a potential game-changer for Africa. Yet, beneath the excitement, unease stirred among locals who wondered about the long-term effects on their fields, animals, and families. Could these foreign bugs truly be trusted? Or were they inviting unknown risks into their homeland? As the project grew, so did the questions, setting the stage for a deeper struggle over trust, safety, and who gets to shape Burkina Faso's future. This was more than a fight against malaria. It was a question of control and care for a nation's heart. In Burkina Faso, the battle against malaria took a daring turn when Target Malaria, a project backed by the Bill Gates Foundation, introduced genetically modified mosquitoes to the fields of Bana village in 2019. These weren't ordinary bugs, they were lab-engineered male mosquitoes, designed to mate with wild females and produce offspring that couldn't survive or spread malaria. The idea was simple yet futuristic. Shrink the mosquito population naturally, without dousing the land in chemicals that could harm crops or wildlife. With over $1 billion poured into similar global efforts, the project carried weight, promising a breakthrough for a country weary of malaria's grip. In Bana, the first release of thousands of these sterile male mosquitoes buzzed into the air, part of carefully monitored trials that showed early signs of success in reducing mosquito numbers in small, controlled areas. Scientists celebrated the potential, pointing to lab data and the eco-friendly approach as a win for both health and nature. The project's leaders held meetings, shared glossy reports, and gained approval from some local leaders, framing it as a gift to Burkina Faso's future. Yet, as the hum of modified mosquitoes spread, so did whispers of doubt. Farmers wondered if these strange insects could disrupt their crops or the delicate balance of their environment. Village elders questioned why outsiders, not locals, seemed to hold the reins of such a big experiment. While the science sparkled on paper, the lack of long-term studies and the sheer scale of the plan releasing millions more mosquitoes in the future stirred unease. What if nature fought back in ways no one could predict? The seeds of controversy were sown, setting Burkina Faso on a path toward a heated clash over trust and truth. As the Target Malaria project released swarms of genetically modified mosquitoes across Burkina Faso's villages, a wave of unease began to ripple through communities. The promise of defeating malaria was compelling, but many locals grew wary of these lab-altered insects buzzing through their fields and homes. Farmers, in Bana and beyond, started asking tough questions. Could these mosquitoes disrupt the delicate web of nature, affecting crops, birds, or other insects? Some feared the engineered bugs might evolve unpredictably, creating stronger pests or spreading beyond Burkina Faso's borders, stirring chaos in ecosystems far away. Health workers and activists raised alarms about unstudied risks. Might these changes spark new diseases or health issues years down the line? Protests erupted, with villagers and community leaders marching, their voices loud against what they saw as a foreign experiment on their soil. They felt sidelined, their traditions and concerns ignored by distant scientists and funders with deep pockets. Reports trickled in, hinting at environmental shifts and unexplained health complaints in trial areas, though hard evidence was scarce. Target Malaria's team pushed back, holding meetings to share data and insisting the project was safe, rigorously tested, and vital for saving lives. But trust was crumbling fast. Many saw the project as a new form of control, with powerful outsiders dictating Africa's fate, echoing old patterns of interference. Social media buzzed with debates, and global voices from environmentalists to skeptics joined the fray, amplifying fears about GMOs and corporate agendas. The controversy swelled into a fierce tug-of-war over science, safety, and sovereignty, leaving Burkina Faso's people torn between hope for a malaria-free future and the nagging dread that they were pawns in a risky global game. The stage was set for a bold stand. As doubts about the GMO Mosquito project swelled in Burkina Faso, a new figure emerged to challenge the status quo. Captain Ibrahim Traoré, a determined leader who took the helm during turbulent times. Rising to power with a promise to protect his nation's independence, Traoré was unafraid to confront foreign influence, viewing projects like Target Malaria with deep skepticism. To him, these experiments, backed by billions from outsiders like the Bill Gates Foundation, risked more than just health. They threatened Burkina Faso's right to shape its own destiny. In mid-2025, his government launched a bold review of the Mosquito program, pulling in local scientists, community leaders, and farmers to dig into its impacts. Traoré listened closely as villagers shared fears about altered ecosystems and untested health risks, their voices echoing a broader call for self-reliance. He saw the project as part of a larger pattern of foreign powers imposing solutions without fully respecting local needs or traditions. His stance wasn't just about mosquitoes. It was a stand for sovereignty, a refusal to let distant organizations dictate Burkina Faso's future. Traoré's team uncovered gaps in long-term safety data and questioned why locals weren't leading the fight against malaria. His fiery speeches rallied citizens, framing the issue as a battle for control over their land and lives. Across Africa, his defiance sparked admiration, inspiring others to rethink dependence on external aid. While critics argued he was stalling progress against a deadly disease, Traoré pushed for homegrown solutions, better clinics, local research, and traditional knowledge. His leadership turned a scientific debate into a movement, setting the stage for a dramatic showdown that would redefine Burkina Faso's path and challenge the world's approach to global health. In a historic move on August 23, 2025, Captain Ibrahim Traoré's government in Burkina Faso delivered a stunning verdict. The Target Malaria project, with its genetically modified mosquitoes, was ordered to halt immediately. All lab-altered mosquito samples were to be destroyed, and the operation, which had released swarms since 2019, was shut down for good. This bold decision sent shockwaves across the globe as villagers in places like Bana cheered, feeling their voices had finally been heard. For them, it was a victory for sovereignty, a reclaiming of their right to decide what happens on their land. Traoré's stand wasn't just about stopping a project. It was a declaration that Burkina Faso would chart its own path against malaria, prioritizing local solutions like improved healthcare, natural pest control, and community-led research over risky foreign experiments. While scientists and international backers, including the Bill Gates Foundation, expressed dismay, warning that ending the program could delay progress against a disease killing thousands yearly, locals saw it as a step toward self-reliance. The controversy had exposed deep mistrust in external interventions, and Traoré's choice ignited hope across Africa, inspiring other nations to question similar projects. In villages, people began dreaming of a future where their children could sleep without fear of malaria, protected by solutions rooted in their own soil and wisdom. Though the road ahead was uncertain, with malaria still a formidable foe, Burkina Faso's defiance marked a new beginning. The nation stood taller, united in its resolve to fight for health and freedom on its own terms. This wasn't just the end of a project, it was the start of a movement, proving that even a small country could challenge giants and shape a future that honored its people and their land.